You know that feeling, right? That panic when you're already running late, trying to get out the door, and then poof, the one thing you need, gone.
Oh, yeah. Keys, phone, wallet. It always seems to happen at the worst possible time, like they're hiding on purpose.
Exactly. It really does feel like that sometimes. And, well, that little everyday drama, searching for lost stuff, is actually what we're diving into today.
It sounds simple, looking for keys, but it can tell us quite a bit about how our memory works, how we solve problems, even how we interact with family.
Totally. So we're zooming in on one specific search. Alex trying to find their car keys. Alex needs to get to work, keys are missing, and Alex's grandfather is there trying to help.
Right, a classic scenario. So you have two people, two sets of memories, trying to piece together where these keys could possibly be.
Okay, so where do they start? Alex's first thought is the computer table. Seems logical.
Yeah, that's often the go-to spot, isn't it? You drop things there when you come in. It's habit.
But the grandfather immediately suggests somewhere else. He says, what about under the bed?
Which is interesting. Alex apparently doesn't usually put keys there. But, things fall.
Right. Alex admits, yeah, maybe they could have fallen off the table. So they check. That small possibility keeps the search going in that area for a bit.
And that shows something important right away, doesn't it? Thinking outside your immediate habit, considering other, maybe less likely possibilities, the grandfather's input sort of widens the search pattern.
Okay, but then things get a little more complex. The grandfather brings up a specific memory. He says he saw the keys in a box.
Ah, a clue. Or is it?
Well, he's very specific. A black and white box near the TV, actually on top of the TV.
Okay, that's quite detailed. But Alex is immediate, like, no.
Yeah, Alex is pretty certain. I never put my keys there. That's not Alex's spot at all.
So now you have conflicting information. The grandfather's specific memory versus Alex's firm habit and, well, certainty.
But the grandfather doubles down. He says he remembers putting them there himself. He says he was in a hurry, couldn't find another spot, so he just put them in that box.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so he put them there. That changes things a bit. That makes the box seem like a much stronger lead, doesn't it?
It should, logically. But here's the twist. Alex says they already checked the box. And near the box, nothing.
So the memory seems solid, but the physical search doesn't back it up. That's frustrating.
Definitely. So they check again, outside the box, under the box, just making absolutely sure still no keys.
It really makes you wonder about memory, doesn't it? Especially memory formed when someone's in a hurry. How reliable is it?
Good question. Then the grandfather tries another angle. He thinks about Alex working late the night before.
Okay.
And how Alex was maybe rushing that morning. So he suggests maybe the keys fell out of Alex's pocket or hand while rushing down the stairs.
That's another plausible idea.
Yeah.
Connecting the lost keys to, recent actions or events.
Yeah.
Trying to reconstruct the timeline.
Alex doesn't seem convinced, though. Sort of doubts that happened.
Right. So another potential lead that doesn't quite land for Alex. The search area keeps expanding, but no luck.
And it expands even more. The grandfather suggests checking Alex's brother's room.
Okay, bringing in another person. Did the brother maybe borrow them or move them?
Well, Alex apparently already asked the brother that morning, and the brother said, nope, know nothing about it.
But the grandfather still pushes for it.
Yeah, he still seems kind of stuck on that box memory, maybe thinking the brother took them from the box. It's not entirely clear, but he insists.
Interesting how he keeps circling back to that box, even after Alex has checked thoroughly. It shows how a strong belief or a strong memory can sometimes maybe narrow your focus a bit too much.
Yeah, maybe stop you from seeing other possibilities, like tunnel vision.
Exactly. It can be a pitfall in problem solving if you get too attached to one theory.
So, next potential helper, the grandmother. Grandfather suggests asking her.
Okay, another family member. Makes sense.
Except the grandmother has been away, for a whole year.
Oh, well, that seems unlikely then.
Right. Alex points this out and also says, grandma never touches their things anyway. Alex doesn't really want to bother her.
Yeah, that makes sense. You have to decide who's actually likely to have information and who isn't. It tells you a bit about their family dynamics, too.
Totally. Then there's this little side moment. The grandfather's drinking something, some kind of special energy drink he makes.
Okay.
And Alex sees the bottle and for a second thinks it's their soda that they left out. A small mistaken identity moment.
A little distraction. Happens all the time when you're stressed and searching.
But it triggers another memory for the grandfather because of getting his drink.
Ah, right. The drink was from the fridge.
Yes. And he says, wait, I think I saw the keys in the kitchen when I got my drink.
Another potential location, the kitchen. Did Alex check there?
Yep, Alex already checked the kitchen. Found nothing. So another memory from the grandfather that doesn't match what Alex found.
Man, this is getting complicated. You can really feel Alex's frustration building here.
Oh yeah, Alex basically says, look, I'm tired, I've checked the whole house. It's that point of despair, where you feel like you've looked literally everywhere.
We've all been there. That feeling that the object must have just vanished into thin air.
And Alex confirms, just to be absolutely certain, yes, I even checked my clothes. That frantic pocket patting we all do.
The last resort check.
Yeah.
So what now? Give up.
Well, the grandfather actually suggests getting more help. He offers to call people, like neighbors or friends maybe, to come help search.
Okay, bringing in reinforcements.
But then he pauses and he realizes something. He says, maybe the problem isn't where they're looking, but how. They've been searching in a rush, maybe a bit panicked.
Self-awareness. Good point.
Yeah, he suggests they need to calm down, which is great advice, right? Panicking rarely helps you find things. It just makes you overlook obvious spots.
Absolutely. A calm, methodical search is usually way more effective than a frantic one.
But the clock is ticking. Alex is genuinely worried now about being late for work, mentions having a strict boss.
Right, the consequences are real.
Yeah.
It's not just about the keys anymore.
And the grandfather, trying to be helpful, even offers to go talk to Alex's boss for them.
Wow, that's quite an offer. Supportive grandpa.
Yeah, but Alex declines, wants to handle it themselves, which is understandable.
Shows responsibility, yeah.
Yeah.
So the keys are still missing. What's the plan B for getting to work?
Alex starts thinking about borrowing their dad's motorcycle, like, okay, plan B, engage.
A different mode of transport.
Just then, a taxi pulls up outside.
A taxi? Where did that come from?
The grandfather called it. While they were searching and getting frustrated, he took action on a different solution.
So he found a way around the immediate problem needing to get to work, even though the original problem, the lost keys, wasn't solved yet.
Exactly. And the grandfather points this out. He says sometimes we get so stuck focusing on the problem, the missing thing, that we forget to think about the solution or other ways to reach the goal.
That's a really key insight, isn't it? Focusing on the outcome you need, not just the obstacle in front of you.
Yeah. And Alex admits, you're right. That's what I was doing. Getting bogged down in the search itself.
So in the end, Alex gets to work, albeit by taxi, and the mystery of the keys, well, it's kind of left hanging for the moment they get back.
Right. So what started as just, where are my keys, turned into this whole exploration of memory, communication, frustration, assumptions.
And different approaches to problem solving. The grandfather's focus on his memories, Alex's systematic checking, and then the grandfather switching to a practical alternative solution. It shows how complex even a simple everyday task can become.
It really does. So a question for you listening. Have you ever had that experience, searching high and low for something, maybe getting frustrated, and then finding it in the last place you'd ever expect? Or maybe, like Alex, finding a different solution altogether.
Yeah, what does that tell you about how you approach problems? What assumptions do you make when you start looking for something, whether it's lost keys or maybe the answer to a bigger question? Something to think about.